Who doesn't love a stash busting project? And as hand spinners, we do tend to have quite a lot of small amounts of sort of random yarn that we'll be playing around with. And sometimes it can be quite hard to actually find a project that we want to put it in. So in this video, I'm going to share a great fun project that's really quick and takes advantage of the stash for you to try at home. If you're new here, my name's Becca. I'm a hand spinner, knitter and newbie weaver, and you're very welcome to my home in West Wales. If you're an old friend, welcome back. Okay, so it's a little while since I've done a stash busting project, so I thought that that gap between Christmas and New Year, which is when I'm recording this, would be a really good time to tackle one of those projects. Just before Christmas, I popped to my local library, scanned along the craft bookshelves and found this. Knit and Felt Bags, 20 Quick and Easy Embellished Bags by Bev Beattie. It was published in 2009. I will leave a link below. It is still in print and you can also get secondhand copies. Obviously, if you're really lucky and you've got a good local library, obviously it's available there, which is where I got mine, so free of charge. Can't beat free, that's what I say. Anyway, I flick through, there's lots of really fabulous projects. Simple bags, shoulder bags, handbags, project bags, you name it, bags and bags and bags. And the way you knit these up is using multi-strands of whatever yarn you fancy. They don't all have to be 100% wool, which you would think, because it's a felting project, you would need that. But the way that the book's written, it's so that you can actually take advantage of other things that are in your stash that maybe are not 100% wool. So I chose my project, and this is it. It is huge. It won't be huge when I've felted it, and I'm going to do that in the washing machine. So I'm in the UK and we have front-loading washing machines as sort of standard. It's quite normal to be able to control the heat in your washing machine these days. Wasn't always the case, but now you generally can. And Bev recommends 40 degrees centigrade. So if you are not in the UK and you don't have a front-loading washing machine and you don't work in centigrade, and you've done some knitting and felting before, could you tell me what you do with a top loading machine? Put it in the comments below. I mean, I guess it's the same. And, you know, quick conversion, what's 40 degrees centigrade? I mean, it's got to be about 90 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe a bit more than that. Maybe it's more like 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Anyway, if you know, just put a link, just put a comment below. Honestly, 3 days off and I've lost my mind. Anyway, put a comment below and then we can all know. And, you know, if you are not in the UK and you don't have a front-loading washing machine, then I'm sure somebody else will be able to help you out with kind of how to do that. So without further ado, and enough of my waffling, let's go and put this in the washing machine and see what happens. So if you have been with the channel for a little while, you might recognise the yarn that I actually have been using for this project. And back when I first started the channel, I made a little video about how I use lap waste to create different yarns, fun sort of colourful yarns. And I'll link the video below, no, above, below. I'll link it in the description below and somewhere above. I don't know which side it's on. Anyway, it'll be above as well as in the description and you can see how I do that. However, in that video, I was talking about turning it into a cardigan and I'd pretty much knitted the whole thing up. And I just needed to spin up the last kind of little bit to do the sleeves. And I sort of looked at it and was like, you know what? I'm not going to wear this. So I frogged it and the yarn's been sat in my stash for good 3-4 months. And when I found this book, I thought, I know the yarn that will be perfect for that. So fingers crossed, it is going to be perfect. And I can hear the washing machine. I don't know if you can hear the washing machine in the background, but it's nearly done. So let's go and have a look. See what's happened. See if it's worked. I'm absolutely over the moon with the way this project's turned out. It's really good fun, and I just think it's such a good way of using up your stash. I might well line this. It was a little bit hairy on the inside, but really that's a very minor criticism. So I hope you enjoyed that, and for lots more hand spinning, knitting, and maybe even some weaving, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.